Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. When we last left off, we kept following this is Viddasala, which ended up making us fight a dragon, but we set it free and then he killed some things on its way out, which was nice. And now we're chasing after them now that we know that Solus is apparently an agent of Fen'harel, so...
Alright. Maravaskataraha!
Yeah, let's go do that.
You are dead, Inquisitor! Your soul is dust!
You're dead. I'm still alive. Can I save, please? I would like to save. You're not going to let me save. Okay, never mind. Oh, there you are. Damn it. So much for Fen'harel magic. Come on. The fate of the world lies in my hand. Again. And now he's summoning demons. Guess it's time to do this. Ow. Oh shit! That did a lot of damage! Get him! Let's finish him off with this. Okay, maybe not, because I missed.
We can't touch this guy! Use your mark!
I'm trying! Already used it! Got it! Oh, whoa!
We can't touch this guy! Use your mark!
I just did it! Oh boy. That was fun, I guess. Alright, time to save over this one. Oh boy, that was a nice fight. It was nice, difficulty, and I kinda just wailed on his ass. But yeah, no time to dawdle, let's go after them. Viddasala, I have to stop you. No, don't hurt my friend. Huh? What about the others? They've all become stone.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
I know that voice.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
Solus.
Because you didn't need my help.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
Oh, you're the Dread Wolf!
The Qunari answered some of those questions. The information I have found while traveling through the Alluvians answered more. You're Fen'harel. You're the Dread Wolf.
Well done. I was soulless first. Fen'harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The dread wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
The Dalish legends about the evil trickster god are wrong. I saw the truth in the crossroads.
You saw another story, written in desperation to give me more credit than I ever deserved.
You were a hero, Solus.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever.
Okay.
Thus I freed the elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
Huh.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
So, Fen'harel, or Solus, locked away all the other gods by creating the Veil because they killed Mythal. Huh.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Viddasala. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. The elven legends of immortality, all true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
The Evanurus were elven mages? How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
So it's kind of like what happens, well, throughout history it seems. First it was the elves, then they got put behind the Veil, then it was the dragons, and they ended up getting corrupted, and they're still around. There's like 2 left, I think. Then you've got maybe the Maker, and then you've got Andraste herself, who is sort of a god, sort of maybe not. I don't actually know. It's kind of confusing on that end. And now we've got the Inquisitor, who may in the future will probably be seen as a god because of all the crazy shit she's done compared to other people. So this kind of makes sense, especially in this kind of time zone-ish area, medieval times. But still.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down.
You've been asleep this whole
But
time?
still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this, but the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my
or
fight.
just humanity in general?
You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for the agents of Fen'harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus?
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
Yeah.
I had plans.
But I mean, in a sense, you're going to be killing. I don't know. You're saying it's going to be the end of your civilization, but that's debatable. Because if we were around when the elves were still here, then wouldn't that mean that we would still be around? It's kind of confusing, but it's like that. But still, what you're saying could potentially cause thousands of deaths, and you want to do it just so then the elves come back into power. It's like, huh? Why not do like a gradual change? You know, make the Fade start to slowly come in. Rather than, oh fuck it, just tear the whole thing down, make everything explode. It's like, no, think about this, Solus.
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solus.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
Whatever your reasons, we couldn't have defeated Corypheus without you.
Your doubts are misplaced. Everything you accomplished, you earned.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Huh? Fuck. Okay.
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
Look, Solus, I know what you're trying to do. I can see that you might see it as a good thing. You want to help the elves not be under pressure anymore and, you know, be people again. But the thing is, you're saying that in order to do that, you have to kill all the other races. That's dwarves, probably, humans, and Qunari, and any other races I don't know about. And you're doing it just for one race. You know, this whole planet doesn't just belong to the elves, it belongs to everyone. Like I said, do a gradual shift rather than a freaking explosion one, so then everyone can get accustomed to it. So then the elves can still come back, but you still have the other races, so then you don't lose as much. You're just seeing one direction, Solus, which is sort of out of character for you, because you usually see all sides, but I don't know, usually it's the elf side, but whatever.
I guess we owe you for that one too.
I hope it gives your people some final peace.
You control the Illuvians now?
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam-Sharal?
Yes.
For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth.
Did she?
One of my agents was supposed to take it from her. But he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Alluvians are now mine.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes, I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
I can't let you do this. The Inquisition will stop Solus even if it means killing him. The Inquisition will try to convince Solus to change his plans. Well, I'm gonna fucking convince him because we're friends. And honestly, he's trying to do a good thing, but he's doing it through bad means.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend.
I've proven you twice wrong already. I'll do it again, for the third time, my friend.
I'm sorry.
Did you take it back?
While time remains.
I think he took the power back. Although I'm still glowing, I don't know. Anything could happen at this point. Apparently we're back at Majorshepard. I didn't give chase, I didn't, you know, do something. But still, Jesus man, Solus, we went through so much together. You know, I've proven you twice wrong already. I'll prove you third time wrong. I'm turning you away from this path. Or at least giving you a more better path where we don't all have to die. Even if it ends up me not being able to control Adar in the future games, she's gonna stop you. Or get you to think. And if in the next game we have to pay God, that God will stop you. You know, it kind of occurs to me that we've kind of gone in a progression, sort of, in terms of character legend, if that makes sense. Like, the first game, you're playing as a Grey Warden, who in itself is kind of like, oh my god, Grey Wardens. You know, they're sort of a legend unto themselves. And then you try and save the world, and you become the hero. A hero, basically. Second game...
Something must be done. But we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Qunari.
This loading.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Qunari spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Inquisition will serve Divine Victoria. Efforts against Solus will be stronger but risk corruption. We will keep the peace. We need more oversight. The Inquisition needs to end. Our work is done. We'll solve this ourselves. The Inquisition will be disbanded. Efforts against Solus will be weaker but more secure. I'd rather be more secure than be more powerful, so... yeah, our work is done. We defeated Corypheus. It's time to go.
You all know what this is. A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. We have fulfilled that pledge, and now the war is over, for most of us. It is time for our soldiers to sheathe their swords and go home. To all who served, thank you. It has been an honor. Effective immediately. The Inquisition is disbanded.
Ha ha ha! power's back in our hands now. Sort of. Sure, we won't have the Inquisition backing us anymore, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna be able to do anything. A smaller force will be able to get more stuff done without being noticed and without as much of an oversight needed. So yeah, it's better this way. Now it's just the inner circle. Holy came back. Yeah. Is that it? So I still got that thought. I need to hold on to it before I forget it. Get rid of that mouse. Do 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 do. Yeah, like I was saying, it's like we had a progression of legend. So it's like Dragon Age Origins. Okay, never mind. Inquisition was best-handed. Some were relieved to see the unpredictable organization dismantled. Unpredictable? What do you mean unpredictable? We saved everyone. We helped a lot of people. That's not unpredictable. Others preferred to remember the Inquisition's good works and the many lives it had saved. Right. Surely there should be talking. I remember someone talking through these. Those who had served returned to their former lives, knowing they had stopped a great evil from destroying the world. Yep. And hoping that the peace for which they had fought remained once the Inquisition was gone. With the Dragon's Breath disrupted and any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Qunari retreated back to the north. Few knew what debates were waged in Parvollum, but not long after the Exalted Council, the Qunari launched new attacks against Tevinter. Okay. The aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war many feared would spread across Thedas. The Exalted Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters, and Cassandra served for several years. You look a bit different there, Cassandra. While she often disagreed with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hands of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. Cassandra also spent time in the Hunterhorn Mountains north of Valais, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. Which makes sense. She would actually be telling people about stuff now. For a time the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in the worldly affairs and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. The end of the Inquisition as it had been sent shockwaves throughout the College of Enchanters. Manted Defer ably played on the major spheres. Her followers united to build a new circle, with Vivienne as its Grand Enchanter in direct competition with the College. What the Circle lacked in numbers, they made up for in political connections. soon they were a force to be reckoned with. Okay, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. The two institutions settled into an easy coexistence across the south, vying for power. Because whereas one is more about teaching people about magic and being self-sufficient, the other one's about getting as much power as possible and being wide. After the exalted council, Liliana devoted herself fully to the Sunburst throne and her dream of reshaping the Chantry. There's a bald guy. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. Yeah! This decree was followed swiftly by her decision to return the Canticle of Shartan to the canonical chant, a move that divided Andrastri deeply. Well, that's good then. If you're going to worship something, worship the whole thing, not just select parts. A rebellion to renounce her and return to the Chantry to its former state arose, beginning first in Orlais, then spreading to other parts of Thedas. Renounce her and return to the Chantry to its former state arose. Yeah, well, there's always going to be people like that. Divine Victoria was resolute, holding her ground even after several unsuccessful attempts on her life. There's people in the back with like a pitchfork and a torch and a hoe, for some reason. Seemingly unconcerned with the assassination attempts, she held up the hostility levelled against her as proof that she was on the right path. Liliana continued her open affair with the hero of Ferelden. He was often seen by the divine side. What do you mean, open affair? She wasn't sleeping with anyone else, unless they're the whole about, oh, if you become divine, you're married to the Maker. It's like, no. Eventually, Divine Victoria decreed that all members of the Chantry from Initiate to Divine would be allowed to engage in romantic relationships. Good! That's good, Liliana! When questioned, the Divine appointed to Andraste, who served the Maker while wed to a mortal spouse. Which makes sense. In time, many in the Chantry came to accept the Divine's creed that love is the Maker's best gift and is infinite. With the Inquisition disbanded, Sarah joined the Inquisitor in officially retiring from scaring people in high places. Apparently I have a bow for an arm now. Unless that's someone else. By formal account agreement, both would lead boring, safe lives, nowhere special, doing not much at all. And with that comforting lie, those empowered to continue their fragile lives as though all was back to normal. Meanwhile, Red Jenny, an entirely separate person, not at all collectively embodied by Sarah, the Inquisitor, and countless friends, were dead. Continue to make a difference, or just have fun, where and when the impulse struck. Yay! With frequent visits to her Whittle, of course. What? Wait, they became an item? I didn't know that, okay. Bees! Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the Divine. I should give him 2 fingers. When knobs piss about with your left hand or right, call on Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. Varric took up the role of Viscount and, with the help of friend Hawk, rebuilt Kirkle's damaged infrastructure. Huh. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marches. Nice. He continued to ignore all mail from both Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven, which makes sense because the Prince of Starkhaven was a dick. With the Inquisition disbanded, the Bull Chargers returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of Venatory forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Thedas. Yeah, because I mean the Venatory would still be around, it would take a while for them to be disbanded. And on every job, the Bull wore the necklace his Kadan had given him, so no matter how far apart life took them, they would always be together. Nice. That's good. That's good. I made him that, so you better keep it. After the Inquisition disbanded, Cullen retired from active service. And he now has a dog. He returned to Ferelden, establishing a sanctuary for former Templars on land Divine Victoria granted to him. Nice. I guess helping him with his addiction was good. With his help, many Templars shed their lyrium addiction, and those whose mind were far too gone spent their last days in comfort. And he promised should his friends from the old Inquisition ever need him, his blade would be ready. Cool. Cullen's a badass, so that's fine. Dorian returned to Tevinter to take up his father's place in the Magisterium, with a random woman I don't know. A few rumours flew about the Imperium fighting. Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Cool. Good old Dorian. This is probably going to take a while to finish because he's got to go do every character. Along with Magister Mervis Telani, he formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting by Magister Pavis' side noted that he kept in constant communication with the Inquisition via message crystal. Cool. Whether for vital information or for moral support, these talks seem to give Dorian the strength to continue his fight. Nice. Tom Rainier was shown mercy where none was deserved and set on a path of redemption. This gift of so compassionately given needed to be shared. Freed from his obligations to the Inquisition, Rainier travelled Thedas, giving hope to the condemned and the forgotten. Cool. From the deepest prisons and pits of Thedas he found it, if not goodness itself, its potential. By showing faith in those who had none, Rainier lifted them up and made them into something better than they were. Cool. With the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva and her family. Cool. Also, she has long hair now. Maybe when she was working she tied it up. Thanks to the Inquisitor's help, the Montiliers were once again permitted to trade on Orlais. Great. The next few years were a busy time as many ships of Montilier's crest were built and set sail again from Antiva's harbours. Soon Ravani pirate captains with an ancient feud against Josephine's ancestors took to the seas determined to rekindle the rivalry. Okay. Apart from Josephine's sister Yvette nearly eloping with a dashing pirate prince on one occasion, Lady Montilier took the development in stride. Okay, that's not bad. Cole took to the road and with Meriden to find new life and a new way to be human. That's nice. Wherever Meriden was sent to sing, people found old pains ease and hearts made happier, even if they didn't understand why. Cool. Cole doing the good thing. After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven sons across Thedas. Is that all elven sons, or some? It's like, none could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor's story about Fen'harel wondered just how large the Dread Wolf forces were. Because, I mean, not every single elf in the entire world wants everyone to die. There's gonna be one or at least a few. And what the ancient elven rebel had planned. If anything, it's mostly going to be the Dalish. But even then, they'll be like, not everyone deserves to die. Forever marked, apparently, his achievement.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself, if we can.
Divinta Imperium. Yay! Next game will be in Divinta Imperium, I hope. Mark Dara. So yeah. There we go. Finally. So woo! We finished Dragon Age Inquisition proper this time. Yay! Like I said, I think this game is much better than 2. Not that 2's bad, but this is much better. A good step in the right direction. Still needs a bit more work, but what it is, it's pretty good. Like I was saying though, it seems as though we've gone like in a progression of the scale of our characters. So like, Dragon Age Origins, you defeat the Darkspawn, save Ferelden from, well, the Darkspawn and the Archdemon. And you basically become a hero. Second game, you play as Hawk, who ends up building up a legend and becomes a legend. Then, Dragon Age 3, you're playing as the Inquisitor, who ends up becoming basically worshipped. So, maybe sort of a god, maybe sort of like an extreme holy person in a sense. Well, the next one, I'm just fully expecting we're just going to be straight up a god. Like, literally, just, oh, you're now like the old elven gods, where you've suddenly got all this power and you can freeze people into stone, take other people's magic, you know, stuff like that. And that would be cool. Like I said, I've literally played every race now except an elf. So, if there is another Dragon Age, I will be playing an elf in that one if I can. Purely because it makes sense. I've done Dwarf, then Human Dragon Age 2, now Canary. The only one left is an elf, unless they suddenly introduce another race which is like, I don't know, frickin' Bumbles. You become a bee. You be a bee character. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, that's Dragon Age Inquisition done. To all of you who have played Dragon Age Inquisition, who laughed, cried, and reached out on social media, who made fan art, and comics, and cosplays and jokes, thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labour of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support and your passion touched us deeply. We hope that in some small way this game touched you as well. Bear your blade and raise it high, the Dragon Age team. Okay. Is that it? The end? Do I get to transfer anything I found, or is that's going to be it for now? Do. But come on, if it crashes, thank God. But yeah, I guess that's it. We finished. We're done with Dragon Age Inquisition. We can finally move on to other games. Finally! I've been doing this for like a year. I mean, Jesus. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but a year of just Dragon Age Inquisition. Wow. Now the channel can actually go on to other games, which would be great, because this was a big game. I had to focus completely on it in order to get everything that I knew about. But we've done it, we're finished, we can move on. So, thank you all for joining me for this very long journey through Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll probably be doing this again when Dragon Age 4 comes out, which will probably be like 2020 maybe. But yes, this is it. Inquisitor Adar's story is over, but maybe Dragon Age story isn't. So in the future, I'll see you in those, where we'll probably be playing an elf. I really like this game. It was great. Like I said, Dragon Age Origins is my favourite out of the whole lot because it was the beginning and it was like, it has the best story and is the longest. Dragon Age 2 was a disappointment, but it was an okay game. It was good, but it could have been so much better than what it was, and the way it was done was kind of bleh. Dragon Age Inquisition is a step back in the right direction. It's great, but it's not. It still doesn't have the breadth of Origin. Origin was much longer. I mean, considerably longer compared to this. This is almost there. It's like 2 Dragon Age 2s put together, but still not enough. The next game needs to be longer, and it needs more story content rather than story content supplemented by side missions that make the game bigger. It should be the main story is long with side missions rather than side missions make the game longer. Well, if you know what I mean. It's confusing to what I was saying. But yes, Dragon Age is over. Thank you all so much for sticking around. I hope you all enjoyed this series. And I'll see you in the next game show, which will probably be another game similar to this. But that's enough spoilers for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. This is Majorshepard, and this has been Inquisitor's Adar Story. Thank you all, and I'll see you then.